Welcome to ProjectME, the podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, the founder of ProjectME, multimillionaire entrepreneur, former TV newscaster, money-making expert, female empowerment speaker, and self-proclaimed office supply addict. My mission is to take the mystery out of making big money. Every week on ProjectME, the podcast, I'll share success tips, strategies, and stories from other entrepreneurs, experts, and millionaires, showing you exactly how you can achieve your most exceptional life. Now let's get to it. You all know I love sharing my secrets of how I went from $17,000 a year to a multimillionaire. My top essential tool for managing my 2 successful businesses, plus my crazy life, is my paper planner. But not any random planner, specifically my Inner Guide yearly planner. The Inner Guide planner doesn't just organize my schedule, it helps me map out and discover my goals, dreams, self-care, and keeps my millionaire mindset on track. I want you all to get planning right away for 2019. So I arranged to get a special Inner Guide discount exclusive to my ProjectME posse. Go pick out your favorite yearly planner at inner-guide.com. And at checkout, use the code ProjectME 15% off, and you will receive 15% off your entire order. If you are driving or multitasking and can't write this down, the Inner Guide link and code is in my Instagram bio at ProjectME with Tiffany. And remember, as I always say, you are either planning for success or heading to failure. Welcome to the ProjectME podcast and posse. I'm your host, Tiffany Carter, and today we are talking about using video to sell and grow your following. And when I'm referring to video, I am referring to using video on multiple platforms, whether it's doing Facebook Live, videos within Facebook, Instagram Stories, Instagram Live, YouTube, etc., okay? And on your website as well. Just video. Okay, so I hear this all the time, but I hate doing videos, or, oh my God, it's so much work because I have to put on makeup and do my hair, or I have kids screaming in the background, or I have to set aside all this time to do it. You guys are overthinking it. I'm just telling you, no one cares. And show your mess, right? Like, follow me first off at ProjectME with Tiffany if you're not already following. And that should get you more comfortable in not really giving an F what other people think. I do most of my videos in my car in the gym parking lot. So when can you possibly look worse, right? After a workout? Well, maybe first thing in the morning before I have coffee. But I mean, truly, I'm a sweaty mess. It's because I do it there. Number one, it's quiet. Number two, I get really inspired after I work out. Like, working out raises, your endorphins. It wakes me up. I'm mentally not focused on work. So that's when I get like the best downloads and the things I need to share and get more clear. And then I also just like doing it from my car. It feels good. It feels high vibe. And if I took the time to give a shit that I don't have makeup on, my hair looks crazy or whatever, I would never be able to communicate, to educate, to inspire, empower you guys, because I would always be getting in my own way. And guess what? That's selfish. In fact, that's kind of narcissistic in a way. If you really think about it, like, oh, well, I can't come on and teach all the wisdom I have to people in this world, whatever your wisdom is, your talent, your wisdom, your expertise. Oh, I can't teach that and reach more people because my hair doesn't look great, or I'm not feeling great today, or, I have people in the background, or I have a fiance that burps every time I go live. Just saying, that might be my situation. Thank you, Mike. You know what I'm saying? It's actually selfish because you're more so being concerned about yourself and your appearance and how you come across than you are about making impact and being of service and giving a message, right? Now, here's the other thing. What happens is when you just show up as you and, the people you follow on social media, the men, the women that you follow that are showing up as them, sometimes maybe they're all done up. Sometimes they just rolled out of bed. Jenna Kutcher's a great example, from Gold Digger, right? She's hugely popular. Brands love paying her to promote her stuff, and she rarely is wearing makeup. And when she does, it's a thing. Like, it's a big deal, right? I mean, she posts pictures of herself in her underwear, without having makeup on. So my point in saying is you don't have to do that, but people like that authenticity. That word I know is going to start getting really overused if it hasn't already. But, people like seeing the real you. It's almost like using video on social media is a form of reality TV, if you really think about it. You're getting a glimpse, if it's done properly, into the life of that person. Right? You're getting that glimpse. You're getting to see, Tiffany works out every day and she's in her car. And I guess you get to see what kind of car I drive, or maybe I'm coming to you live from my office. You get a glimpse into my life. You don't just get to learn or get excited or get empowered by listening to me. You probably also get entertained. At least hopefully you guys get somewhat entertained by me. I laugh at myself a lot. But you get a glimpse, you get to know someone. And the thing is, no one is going to want to learn from you, whether you are charging them or not, if they don't like you and they don't know you. And I really like when it comes to using video to sell and grow your audience and grow your following, I really like to use a dating analogy. Okay. If some of you have been off the dating market a while, you can try to relate or relate through friends of yours who are single. Okay. I was on that single market for a long time. So I like using dating as a great analogy. It's like, last time I checked, would you keep going out on dates with someone who only texted you? Would you even stay friends, like girlfriends, or guy friends with somebody who only texted you, to where you never met up for coffee, you never saw them in person, you never talked on the phone? It would be a really flat, one-dimensional relationship. You would see posts on social media. You might get a text from them and never hear their audio, never hear their voice, never hear their inflections in their voice, never really see their facial expressions. Maybe they send you a still pic, and God forbid a dick pic. And yes, I have received those. Not recommended, guys. Seriously, don't do it. Okay. That was my PSA for today. But you really can't get a good feel on the person, right? And so many of us have personal brands, or we have a company where we are a very important element of that company or that brand, or we want to start a personal brand, or we want to start something. We want to make passive income. No one is going to engage, whether it's paid or for free, with you if they don't know who the hell you are, they don't feel like they can know who you are, or they're not sure who you are. You're not making it clear, or there's kind of a veil over it, right? You're always too perfect and too primed and proper. That's not going to work with people, okay? It's not going to work anymore. So the first thing is just saying F it to what people think. Just rock it. If you're someone who, you have crazy hair when you go do a post, make fun of it. I'm at the point now, truly, where unless something is completely unruly, or I have zit medication on my face when I'm doing it, which I've done that too. But if it's something, way out of the ordinary, I'll point it out. When I've done them I have zit patches on my face, because that's funny and I don't care. But if my hair's crazy or I have no makeup on, I don't make a statement about it anymore. Oh my God, look at my hair. Because guess what? None of you guys care. I don't get DMs from people going, oh my God, your hair is such a mess, Tiffany. Not one. The only DMs I ever get, or comments I get about my looks, aside from someone saying something, generally nice, is all about my eyebrows. They need their own account, and that's it. I don't get anything else. And even if I did, I don't care. I would ignore it, because that is not why people are coming to me is for how I look. And I know that's not how they're coming to you, even if you're a fitness coach or a health coach, right? Where, your body is a form of your billboard, right? Because no one wants to really hire a trainer who's, not in any form of shape, right? So I understand your body is a little more of your billboard there, but that doesn't mean you have to have like the most perfect, latest, greatest workout outfit. That doesn't mean that you have to have like eyelashes going and the whole bit. No one cares. They just want to know how they can get what you have and for you to help show them the way or help encourage them along the way. You see what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure you guys understand like where that importance comes from and get out of your own way, because it really actually is selfish. So let's get to, how the hell you can sell the damn thing and grow your following with videos. So I also give you guys, practical stuff, right? Because a lot of marketing, especially digital online marketing, okay, is numbers. It's consistency, it's numbers, there's a formula. There are, thousands of very highly paid experts where, billions of dollars have been spent on what formulas work. And you want to start with those fundamentals. Those have been tried and true and tested. So let's go with those, and then you can pepper the rest. So when it comes to Instagram and you're doing videos, you need to be doing, I would say, at a bare minimum, I would want to see 3 to 5 Instagram stories a day. Now, you need to show your face on at least 3 of those, on at least 50%. We need to see your face or your life. Okay. I get it, because I have a chronic illness that I manage. I'm so much healthier than I was, but I still have days that aren't good. So what I do is I also save content. So on my good days where I'm feeling high vibe and high energy, I'll record some extra stories and save them and put them in the bank for days that I'm not feeling that great. This way, there's the consistency there. So that's one thing that you guys can do, is you can batch on days that you feel more energy or you feel more inspired. And then you have that content for days that things have just gotten crazy or you just don't feel well or whatever it is. But I would say people need to see your face or your life 50% of the time. What I mean by that is, it doesn't have to be like my mug talking into the camera, okay? I do a lot of that, but it can be me showing my dog, me showing my beautiful home, me showing, I'm making coffee, or I see a lot of like one of my business partners, she's awesome with showing, she's a natural health expert, okay? And she's a nurse practitioner. One of the things she shows is how she does her meal prep for her family. And it's, even though I'm someone who's like, I really don't enjoy cooking, I'm mesmerized watching her stories. And she's not showing her face. She's focused on, showing cooking it, showing the chalkboard and how her meals are planned out. And it's really cool and inspiring to watch. Of course, I tell myself like, oh, I'm going to do that, and it's not going to happen. But I still like watching it. Do you see what I'm saying? So it doesn't have to be necessarily your face, but your face does need to be included as well. So your face and your life 50% of the time. And the other portion of the time, they can be really cool quotes. They can be pictures, they can be tips, they can be all sorts of things that you get creative with. But we need to see your face, and we need to see it in video. It's cool to have, fun pictures of you or boomerangs and all that kind of stuff. But we want to see that video, because here's the thing: when people are looking at things on their phone, which is 95% of digital content is consumed on mobile devices, okay, not some giant laptop or monitor. So think about how you hold your own phone, right? So when you're scrolling Instagram, you're looking at Facebook, whatever it is, or you're watching YouTube videos, you have that fairly close to you, whether it's a phone, an iPad, whatever it is. When someone is speaking directly to camera and they're speaking, just being themselves, like, what's up, guys? Like, speaking, being themselves, you almost feel like the person is right there with you because they're so close to your face. It's unbelievable. So the people who, I regularly watch, I feel like I'm totally caught up on their business life. I know what's going on in their life. I start learning a lot of like their favorite things, their pet peeves, and I might not even be close friends with them, but I feel like I am, and I know a lot about them just from video. Would that impact be the same, or the effect be the same if it was, just like a still graphic that listed out their favorite things? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or just like a photo of one of their favorite things? No, it wouldn't. It would not be nearly as impactful. And I guarantee you guys wouldn't feel like you know someone as well. Like by the time I end up on, a Zoom call or a Skype call with someone, whether it's because they're being interviewed for my podcast, or they're in the application process to be part of my coaching program, or the ProjectME passive income posse, whatever it is. By the time they get on that video call with me, every single person feels like they know me, and they all say that. They're like, "Oh my God, I'm on Zoom with you." They feel like they know me because I'm showing up consistently on video on multiple platforms, and I'm just being myself. It's not like some big staged event, right? It's me speaking how I would speak, and I speak the same way. For any of you guys who've, ever ended up on a video call with me, like I sound exactly the same, right? I'm the same person. You go see me speak at a live event, you come up to me, I'm exactly the same. I'm the same in all places. And that's part of the brand. So that's the first part, right? If you're like, well, I don't know if I want, an online business, or I'm not sure where to start, or I have an online business, but I'm not making much money, or I'm making money, it's not where I want to be at. I want you to look at how you're using video, and if you're using it enough, and if you're using it consistently. And I know a lot of you are like, it's more work. I don't know what to say, blah, blah, blah. That's my face. I don't look great. Number one, what did I say? Batch your content. We all have those days where you're like, your coffee hits you like hard. You know what I'm saying? On days like that, you can batch your content for the whole week if you want to. So batch all your stories, batch what you're putting on. Obviously for like Facebook Live or Instagram Live, you can't batch those, but you can batch a lot of your, Facebook story, Instagram story, comments. And since some of you may or may not know, I have launched ProjectME TV with Tiffany Carter, where we drop one fresh episode every single week, where I'll be educating, empowering, enlightening all of you guys to have the biggest and best success in your business and your finances and your entire life. And every episode is geared towards a different subject, and the show is interactive. So it's on YouTube, and it's an interactive TV show. So you write in comments any questions that you have that come up during the episode or after, and I personally go in and I write you back. So basically you're getting coaching, you're getting a form of coaching through this TV channel. So go head over to YouTube, you guys, and check it out. ProjectME with Tiffany Carter. And the link will also be in my Instagram bio at ProjectME with Tiffany. So my point in saying all that is, so much so that I know video converts into massive sales and wonderful, wonderful relationships. Like not just professional where it's all about money, but actual like wonderful friendships that I've developed from that, because people feel more comfortable with me. They feel like they know me. They get a sense of my personality, and they feel safe enough to reach out and DM me and know that I'm not like some total weirdo or bitch, quite frankly. So that's why I created the TV show. Plus, you guys know I'm a former NBC, CBS TV journalist. So it already is in my wheelhouse and my passion to do video. And I'm really excited to be able to offer that outlet, because so many of us, like, we love listening to podcasts. We like reading, but I know for myself, I love watching and listening. Like I really genuinely love watching video, whether they're of like, fellow boss babes or friends of mine, whether they're people who I, strongly desire to meet and I really respect in the business world. I love watching their videos over reading their posts. Not that the posts aren't great, but it makes me feel like I get to know them better, like I was already saying. So that's where it came about of, I got to practice what I preach, and now there has to be a TV show. So I've decided to go that far with it because it's something that I'm truly passionate about. It lights me up. Plus, I have generated and scaled my business to a point where I can afford to spend that money and have a high production value TV show, right? So you have to just scale your business where it's at. And last time I checked, it's free to do social media videos. So there's no reason you guys can't do it. But I want you to make sure when you're doing this, you're not just showing videos of just your life or you eating a can of soup. You need to be strategic, right? I love random fun ones, okay? Like I might have a glass of wine and I'm like feeling frisky and I do like a random fun video. That's cool too, okay? I like having some of that, but it needs to be strategic, right? There is nothing that I don't post that has a form of a strategy to it where I know that I'm launching something at a certain point. So I want to start getting people excited about a launch. Lately I've been talking a lot about the ProjectME passive income posse because it is so my passion to help millions and millions of people be able to not depend on any business, any job, or anything for money. That is such a passion of mine because I feel so empowered by it, and I have a peace of mind by it, knowing that I have thousands and thousands of dollars coming in every month that I don't have to actively grind on in order to receive that money. I just know that it's coming in now, So that's such a big passion of mine. So I'm sure those of you who follow me at ProjectME with Tiffany, you guys see that I'm talking about a lot, but that's not the only thing I talk about because that'd be really fucking annoying. So I include things, for you guys to think about, maybe some lessons, maybe I do some sales role plays. I share some of my best practices or tips, stuff that you guys can actually learn and take away and apply to your own business or your own life because I value your time. It's like, you don't have to watch all my stuff. I don't have to watch your stuff. And I'm not going to watch someone's stuff where it's just a bunch of random shit that doesn't elevate my life or my mindset at all. That's a total waste of time. There's some people I follow, for example, like my friend Kayla Kraft. I follow her truly because of her energy level. Her energy and her aura is just super, super high energy, high vibe that it lifts me, it bumps me up a little, if that makes sense. It boosts me up. It's like she's a blast of sunshine. Okay. I really feel that way about her. So she's a blast of sunshine. So I'll even watch her just for, I make a point of watching her videos every day, not because she's my friend and I want to support her. It's because I also get value out of it too. Right. So the value doesn't always have to be, oh, it's practical and now I can make more money because I listen to Tiffany. It's like, hello, I also follow a ton of bulldog accounts because I love seeing fat little bulldogs roll down hills. You know what I mean? So that's the entertainment value too. You want things that feel good. So you need to think about what type of content you love and what you appreciate. And when you see fresh content being posted, whether it's in your news feed or whether it's in Instagram stories, and you see someone has fresh content, who are those people that you continually go, oh, they have fresh stuff, I want to watch it. It's like a split second thing. Or whose stuff do you tap all the way through or swipe through and you don't really want to watch it. You don't have anything against them. It's just, not inspiring. Well, you don't want to do that, right? So look at your own things that you like, because all of your current audience, whether you have 200 people, 200,000 people, 2 million people, your current audience is an extension of you. They're a version of you. Your ideal customer is a version of yourself. It just is. It might be like in my case, my ideal customer is a version of the old Tiffany, of where I was. So I see myself in them. They are me. They just need help along the way to get to where I'm at now. So it's a version of yourself. So you know what you like, what you don't like, what's annoying, what's irritating, what's funny, what's interesting. So create content based on that, and you're going to win. But I want to make sure that when you're doing your content, when you're doing those, five video snippets a day, 5 Instagram stories a day, I want to make sure that you guys include a call to action. So I don't want you to be so subtle that it gets lost. You have to remember, it might be obvious to you because you're saying it, but we absorb so much information coming in so many different places, and it takes literally a nanosecond to tap to the next story or to scroll or whatever it is, that you need to be crystal clear what you want someone to do. So when you're doing your video stories and you're talking to camera, okay, even if you're showing a recipe or an exercise, you're, not showing your face, but you're showing the thing. If it is something you really want someone to get, you need to take the time to type over it. It doesn't have to be verbatim of what you're saying, but if you go and study my Instagram stories, you'll see what I do. I give like the basic soundbite of what I'm saying, or if it's an exercise or, morning routine or something you're doing, you can show all of it and then create like a text graphic at the end for a recap so that people can take a screenshot and they have it. That's really valuable, right? So you need to do stuff like that, but make a clear call to action. What the hell do you want these people to do with what you just showed them? Are you wanting them to just laugh? Well, let's ask them if it's entertaining. Put up a poll. Say, was this entertaining, or does this stuff annoy you when I do this? Put up a poll. Use the question feature. Have them ask you a question. Tell them to DM you. Tell them to go read your latest post. Tell them to go get something that, some really cool, blog post or some download that you added on your website and the links in your bio. Tell them to go do something, what you want them to do. Make it very clear. Don't insinuate, don't hint, don't be bashful. Tell them what you created for them and what you want them to do. That's appreciated. That's how I've gotten like some of the coolest like downloads people have created, how I've learned about new podcasts, or I've learned about events, or I've signed up for events. It's from someone telling me, I know you have to have 10,000 people to do the swipe up, but, whether it's, swipe up for the event details, I swipe up. Now I'm in an event because someone made a really cool sales page and it was like, oh, wow, this looks amazing. Or maybe the link's in their bio. And I was, I got a great discount off of buying something because it's in the bio, like how I do with the Inner Guide planners, right? I have that discount link in my bio. It's like, yeah, most people will go click to a bio if there's a discount, or you're offering, maybe you sell stuff in your online store and you're offering buy one, get one, or, you have your new items that just arrived. You have a link in your bio for it. Tell them what to do. I can't say that enough. And tell them in your own way. So just be more strategic, batch your content, give a very clear call to action. Don't be complicated about it. Just be really straightforward. And we need to see five videos, stories, something a day, and it needs to be every damn day. And you need to be hashtagging your stories. What does that mean? And I'm going to end on this because I swore I wouldn't make this longer than a half an hour. And I tend to just keep talking because I want to tell you guys like everything in one episode, and I never can seem to get it all out. I want you guys, I don't want to overcomplicate it. So every single story you post, I want you to use one hashtag. And that means per 15 seconds, not that you did a whole video, where it's, a cut story or the new feature where it's 15, 15, 15. I want every single 15 seconds or whatever platform you're using that it lets you, you need to at least have one hashtag that is relevant to your subject matter and your business. Hashtag boss babe, hashtag sales tips, hashtag social media marketing. hashtag, fitness coach, hashtag fit mom, whatever the hell it is, you need to have one. Yes. Does it take extra time? Yes, it takes a little extra time, but I wouldn't be telling you it if it doesn't pay off. You will see a giant jump in your engagement without a doubt, unless you're using some really random overdone hashtags like hashtag health. Don't do that. Don't do hashtag fitness. Don't be generic. You need to be specific about it, and you will definitely see an increase. So that's a massive tip. I'm going to leave on that note and end the show on that one. You guys take a quick screenshot, tag me at ProjectME with Tiffany. Let me know if you found this information helpful. This is how I decide on how to do future episodes and what topics to do based on, what you guys like and your feedback, because otherwise we're wasting everyone's time, right? I want to make sure I give you more of what you like. So take a screenshot, tag me. Love seeing what you guys like about episodes. And of course, if you need any follow-up questions or guidance on an episode, the best way to reach me is to DM me on Instagram at ProjectME with Tiffany. You can also message me on Facebook at ProjectME with Tiffany, and I answer each one of your questions personally. Anyone who's reached out can vouch for that. And what do you have to lose? Try it yourself and you'll see what happens. So it was so wonderful being able to talk to you guys today. Wishing you, as always, great health, wealth, and worth. Talk to you soon. If you enjoyed this podcast, please write a 5-star review on iTunes. Not only will this make me super happy, but it will allow more listeners to find our special show. Simply help me help others.